YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. This is going to be that's all, folks. Cheap joke.
Dawson Ryder with you.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. This is going to be my review for the 4th issue in the Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover comic, and I thought it was yet another strong issue. As I've been saying in the last few issue reviews, I've really quite been enjoying the series. In fact, looking back on it, I think the only one that I was kind of lukewarm on was the first one. I think this has been a very enjoyable series that I have really grown to like more than I thought I would. I was initially just on a base level excited about it. Not really excited even, just kind of looking forward on a base level to more Ranger content. But now I've actually been looking forward to each issue. In fact, I thought this came out last week and was disappointed to find out that it was the 18th and not last week on the 11th. So I've been looking forward to it. Before I dive into some recap review stuff, I want to highlight a couple really good lines and moments in this that I liked, just because I want to make sure I don't forget them. And there's been a couple episode reviews lately where I've forgotten key moments that I meant to mention, and I'm kicking myself for it. So, to start off, at the beginning of the issue, this kind of works in line with the recap aspect, but there's a really nice moment where the turtles, I have like a weird accent there, where are the turtles? They're in the comic. There's a nice moment where the turtles are teleporting and like one of them asks like, oh, where are my limbs all here? I thought it was a funny moment for like people that haven't teleported before, especially them. And I also liked the moment after that where they discussed how they still don't feel comfortable fighting out in the open, as the turtles are used to trying to hide themselves. Obviously the Rangers have secret identities as well, but the concept of like a hero mask is new to them. I thought they produced some nice touches about the melding of the worlds and the melding of perspectives. It's a small little thing, but I feel like this series has had a lot of those little attention to detail moments that I really liked. Likewise, there was a moment later on during the episode when they're all fighting as Rangers and they're like trying to figure out how to talk as Rangers, and one of them says like, oh, I will protect thee. I thought it was a funny moment, like that they're trying to represent the Rangers in a way and don't know how to do it, and I initially misread it as may the power protect thee. I kind of wish it was that, and then I immediately thought of one of my favorite Dino Charge bits, which was Tis Morphin Time. That was a smaller one, but I wanted to call it out because I thought it was endearing. But probably my favorite dialogue exchange was between Splinter and the Rangers. Since they're kind of sidelined with them being cut off from their morphers and the turtles acting as the Rangers for now, they kind of felt out of place. They didn't know what to do with themselves and without their powers, and wanting to save Tommy at the same time. And Splinter gives them a nice speech with a line I really liked where he said, you're not Rangers because of the morphers, you have morphers because you're Rangers. I thought it was, like I said, a good line. It felt very Splinter. It was a nice mentoring moment and one of my favorite moments from the comic. So, wanted to call out those lines. But basically, this episode starts with the city being attacked and has the Turtle Rangers needing to morph for the first time. And so we get the debut of them. Of course, you might have already seen these suits, which they unveiled at Toy Fair a little while back. I was almost at Comic-Con. I'm like, that hasn't happened yet. But so we get a look at the turtle suits if you haven't seen them before. I've definitely warmed up to them. I still kind of wish there was a little something more to them, especially with how much I personally like the Shredder suit. But they've grown on me. I do dig them. I still want figures of them. I wish April got something a little bit more unique about hers, because she's basically, it makes sense she would just be normal, given that everybody that has used the pink suit, the only difference has been if they're male, it looks a little bit different. But you know what I mean, like, I would have liked to have seen something that made it stand out a little bit more. Hell, maybe Casey using it could have been kind of cool, and they could have incorporated something from him, but it makes little sense for April. But that's kind of a small nitpick, and like, did I already say I wanted figures of them? I think I did, but I just want figures, just more stuff, so that would still be cool. And a detail I appreciated was like the shell armor that's kind of in the material of the Green Ranger. I think that was added later by Rita, that was based on her mom's stuff, but that's like a small continuity detail, but I thought it was a cool design detail. But like I said, we get to see them fight. After the Rangers are inspired by Shredder, as I had mentioned, they go off to save Tommy, and they take the turtle van to do so, and ta-ta, Turtle Man. They end up saving Tommy, and Tommy's friend Tyler's there, and he's like, oh, I'm still evil. And then, you know, they have a skirmish, which ultimately winds up with Tyler coming around because Tommy's like, see, the Foot Clan doesn't really care about you. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about that storyline. I like that the storyline ended up not having a lot of emphasis on Tommy seeming to turn evil again, but the whole bit with his friend was just random, so I have very little investment in that. But I really love the Rangers ninja suits. Like, after they get inspired by Splinter, they get these civilian ninja suits that are very different than the Season 3 ones, which I really quite like the Season 3 ones, but I almost like these better. And even though the Turtle Rangers is, like, arguably a bigger deal, I actually like these suits way more. I think they're really cool. There's some cool action with them. I would love to get figures for these as well, since we do human faces. And it'd be easier because you could do, like, the cartoon versions. Like, if I had to pick what to get first, I would love a set of these figures before the Turtles ones, so I thought that was pretty cool. And so they rescue them, and then you have Rita and Shredder kind of talking about how the partnership's not going the way they thought, given that they're kind of losing with Tommy being rescued and the Turtle Rangers being out there. And they decide to up the ante by growing Bebop and Rocksteady to monster size, which was a very cool thing. And then that's followed up by the Turtles needing to pilot the Megazord, since Zordon and them have not figured out a way yet to get the Rangers' powers back. And those are all kind of fan servicey moments, and in a way, this comic has been kind of filled with that. But I'm very mixed on fan service at times, but I think it's been done fairly well in this series, in my opinion. That's why I said I think. I don't know why I said that twice. I think, in my opinion, is like overstating it. Anyway, shut up, Dawson. What I mean is, like, it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like they're just putting it in there for, like, the shallow toku fapping. It feels like the plot they're going for calls for it right, and I think that they've done a really cool mashup of the two worlds and have really taken a lot of advantage of it. And I admit, it's cool to see the Turtle Rangers piloting the Megazord. I almost would have liked to see them get their own Zords, maybe next time. And even stuff like Monster, Bebop, and Rocksteady was very cool. Overall, I really like this issue quite a bit. I'm actually hoping as we get into the final bit, we don't actually get the Rangers having their powers back for the final fight. I would rather see the Turtle Rangers and the Ninja MMPR team fight alongside each other. But what do you guys think? Are you still enjoying the series? Do you like the design for the things we have gotten so far? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you get notifications for my videos. Dawson Rider, signing out.